told you. Wait, there's no light.
We're recording.
Doesn't make light, baby. You're blocking. Look, do you see your shadow on here?
Yes. Ow! No!
Move over.
Oh, pushing.
Your shadow's still on.
Bad.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to focus in, just let me know when you're ready to record.
Okay. I'm recording.
Okay. When you look at the string sets, each one, yeah, it looks like they have 2 in a package right here. You can look over here, and it does say first E. So that would correspond with this one. And that lets you know which one you're changing. The other one in there is the 4th string, D. And it will look dramatically different from this one. This one is just plain steel, and that one is a wound string. So they'll definitely look different. Alright, I'm actually going to start with the 6th string though. It doesn't really matter, I just always do that. So if you look over here, we have 6th string, E, and that's the gauge right there, and at the same time we have the 3rd string, so we'll do the 6th and the 3rd. Okay. Set that down.
Mom, pull from there, you have better view.
Alright,
You might want
So
to pause it in
fun.
between unless you want a really long video.
well, let's do a really long video because we
I'll
can always
cut
just
it
fast forward. If
later.
we pause it, it'll make separate videos.
Okay.
That'll be annoying.
What we have are 2 strings in here, and I only have one, so I must have dropped one. This would be the 6th string, and we could tell the difference between the 6th and the 3rd because the 3rd is definitely quite a bit thinner.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll have you hold on to that. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. If you get a chance to pick one of these up, they aren't necessary, but they make things go a lot quicker. It's called the string winder. Go to the
Oh, I see
machine.
that. Nice.
I go like that, and I just drop it down in pitch.
Out, dog. You go out.
Now, you don't want to cut the string or, when there's tension on it. That sudden release of tension in the neck is not a good thing. So I'm just going to cut it here now after I've loosened it up, and then take the string off. You don't necessarily even have to cut it, but it does make it easier to do that. That's garbage. If you have a string winder and it has a notch in it, you can pull the pin out. If not, you might have to use pliers. And it just kind of pops out like that. These are in there a bit because these strings haven't been changed in a while. There we go. That's garbage. Alright, and let me grab the 6th string. Here it is. I'm going to go to the end with the ball in the end. There it is. I'm going to set it in that hole. I take the pin, there's a groove in that pin. Let me turn a little bit. You want that to line up with the way the string is going to come out of it. So the groove's like that. And then I'm just going to push it in. As I push down the pin, I'm going to pull up on this a little bit. And it just holds in by tension. Okay, that's it. Now, yeah, it is pretty easy. I want to go into this machine head, or this post. There's a hole running through the middle of it. But I need to have slack to wrap around. We're actually missing the slack on the other ones. I want to get about 3 winds around it. So I'm going to go to the next post right here. And that's usually about right there.
What do you mean post? What do you mean?
Well, this is all part of the machine head. I'm calling this a post.
Oh, okay.
Because it, well, kind of looks like
Sorry.
a post. I'm going to go here. Go to that spot. I'm going to
Oh,
make
you
a
measured
bend.
it to this thing. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry. I wasn't cutting it.
I'm going into here, so I brought up to here, and then I put a bend in it like that.
Okay.
I'm going to run it from the inside to the outside. So I'm starting here and going out. When you go to these, you
Same
start
thing.
here and go out that way. I'm going to run it through the hole in the middle, all the way up to where that bend is. Okay, now this is the trickiest part of the whole thing. You got a pretty good angle on that?
Yeah.
Alright. This is the knot you want to tie. You're going to take this, bring it up towards the top of the headstock, this thing. Okay, watch out there. I don't want to.
You're fine.
Okay. And around. And get my hand out of the way so you can see that a little better.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Nice.
under where I first went in, I'm going to keep it real tight. Pull it like that, and then I'm just going to go up and right on over like this.
Okay.
As long as you do it tight, it locks in really well that way. I'm also going to make sure I keep tension on this part of the string by bending the string with my hand like that.
Okay.
I don't want to put a kink in it.
All right, you don't want to pinch it.
Right. And now I grab my string winder. Here it is. And I wind it up.
Okay.
I wind it so it winds up to the inside. These are wound incorrectly because they are going to the outside. So we want
Yep.
to get it to the inside of the headstock. As it winds up, it should work its way downward, but sometimes you need to kind of encourage it when it first starts to go downward. Okay, I'm going to get about 3 winds. If I get a little bit more, it's not a big deal. Fit it into the nut slot right there. Doesn't matter how many winds you get, but
Yeah.
after 3 it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Alright, and there we go.
All right, cool.
Now, not quite done yet. I'm
Oh.
going to clip this off.
Oh, that's right.
You still going?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to clip this off. You can use wire cutters.
Mm-hmm. Trash.
Garbage.
Nice.
Dogs have a tendency to find those things too if you leave it in the carpet. And I kind of push this end down over here. These things are kind of sharp. Alright, now what I need to do,
Tune it.
not quite yet.
Yep.
First I have to stretch it out. So I'm going to pull up with one hand and push down with my thumb. There might be slipping
Okay.
back here if it's not in real tight. You just kind of push the pin back down. But if it pops out, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm
So
holding
you're
on
just
to the
working
string.
in the string so it's easier to play?
No, I'm doing
Oh.
this because otherwise it would go out of tune a lot
Okay.
after it's tuned up.
Okay.
This takes a lot of the stretch out of it. I don't know if you heard where the pitch was before, but already
Oh, wow.
I took all
A
that
lot
stretch
lower.
out of it. Yeah. This makes a huge difference. It will keep it from going out of tune like crazy. Alright. And then finally, you want to tune up the string. The idea is we always want to change one string at a time. You don't want to have a dramatic change in tension on the neck by taking
Okay.
them all for once.
Okay.
So what I want to do is, instead of just changing them, leaving them all loose, I want to bring this up to the right pitch.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be exactly on, just about the right amount of tension. I'm just going to do it by ear. But it can also be done by, using a
Yeah.
tuner. And that's how it's done.
All right, cool.